Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you,
Let me pull up on you. Hey, y'all go tap into the Big Fat Network, man. Follow us on Big Fat Network. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Shout out Jade, shout out Stream.
Jade and Stream was them. Love for life.
Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Big up everybody watching. Big up everybody watching. It's nearly an 8-hour stream. Have I got 100 likes? I only have 43 likes. If you're still here watching the fucking stream for nearly 8 hours long, I think I deserve at least 100 likes. So if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, make sure you smash the like button for me in the next 10 minutes while I wrap up my thoughts on the interview Young Thug did with Big Facts podcast. Just smash that like button for me. Help a brother out. Smash the like button for me. So, my initial thoughts are as follows. Clearly, I understand now a lot of what Thug was doing post beating that RICO charge. He is really hurt and betrayed. I probably think the betrayal was on his mind way more than even his freedom. I don't think he really cared about his freedom. I think he was probably such in a fucked up place. The fact that his co-defendants, his boys, his brothers told on him, the fact that they all took those plea deals, I think really fucked him up. Especially when you think about the genesis of the beef, which there's probably more to it, but if the genesis of the beef, if one of the big parts of that RICO, which was that conspiracy to kill Big Nut because their crews clashed, if the truth is that YSL Woody was actually the one that started the beef in the first place by stealing, by accident stealing Big Nut's jewelry from his car. If it's true that he started the beef and then eventually went on to snitch and be a big part of, of getting people fucking locked up and shit, you can imagine how that's gonna fuck with Thingy's head, So I get all that. And the Gunna situation too, the way he explained it makes sense because some people can view Gunna's glow up, Gunna's transformation as amazing, as great, which it is on paper. But if you're somebody like Thug who's been, getting money with Gunna, kind of helping him out in his career, you've been brothers, you've been best friends, and he knows what you got up to, what he got up to and stuff. And he betrayed you in that way, and he's just carrying on with his life and kind of looking like he's not really bothered him that much, Maybe it's just outward appearances, but it does kind of look like Gunna's not really been bothered that much by what's been going on. That's going to hurt your feelings. Because sometimes you want the other person to look like they've been hurt too, right? But I also think there's an element of like what I've always said, I think most of you guys will agree. Getting betrayed by your friends or getting like let down by friends or having a friendship breakup breaks you way more than a relationship one. I don't know why. Maybe because a friendship breakup you choose them. I don't know. I don't know why it is. But there's a reason. For some reason, friendship breakups I've had over the years. I've not had that many, but the ones I've had, I still maybe think about from time to time now. Even though I haven't spoken to the person in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Right? You still end up thinking about it. It still occupies space in your head. But sometimes I can't even remember an ex's name until maybe I see them pop up somewhere. I don't even remember that. Oh shit, I was with this person for a while. But a friendship breakup, ooh, that's scar. So I can't imagine the level above when it's like you're involved in music and business. You might be involved in some street criminality shit. You know what I mean? You're lockstep. You're in tow. You're hand to hand. So for that person to kind of betray you, and then for the public to be on their side and paint you out to be the person that is the bad guy in the situation, I get why that's gonna hurt him. But on the other side of things, that's the business, isn't it? The music business is not the streets. And for whatever reason, Gunna decided in that moment while they're in court that he was going to commit to being an artist. And now you don't really see Gunna, although he does the whole like moving around like, he's got 1 million security guards with him. I don't really feel like Gunna like walks around like a gangster anymore. Gunna has made a transition to be an artist, So I think Gunna saw what happened. He was in that court case, and I think that was his come to, because the weird thing about it is that I don't think Young Thug has had a come to Jesus moment. Like I think Young Thug is one bad interaction away from getting locked up again. Like he's not reformed. Whereas I think Gunna is. I think Gunna would let somebody. I don't say let somebody, but I think Gunna could be okay with somebody. Not be okay. I don't think Gunna would retaliate in a really violent and aggressive way if somebody said something to him crazy in public, threw something at him. Whereas Young Thug, I think if somebody said something to Young Thug in public, threw something at him or did something to him, he'd crash out. He'd crash out in a big way. So I think that's the difference. Like Gunna's evolved and changed and I guess learned his lesson from that case and now decided he's going to be a artist, that he's not going to fuck around anymore. But he's also in that way betrayed his brothers, betrayed people he kind of grew up with and got money with by disassociating with them and pointing them out to be gangsters and stuff. So he's grown, he's learned, but you know, he's had to sacrifice people off the back of it. So it's kind of sad of that. I guess Young Thug's credibility is somewhat tarnished a little bit by that interrogation video. That's the one thing that kind of fucks in. I don't think the pillar talking with Mariah the Scientist, although it's bad too, I think there's a lot of gangsters, a lot of street guys who don't really speak or yap to anybody. So usually the girls are the ones that people go to. They're usually the weak points because that's the one people that you can maybe open up to. So I don't really blame him too much for the pillar talking, although I wouldn't, you know, not something that I kind of condone. I wouldn't blame him for it. But I think being in that interrogation room, speaking the way he was speaking, thinking he was going to spin the police officers, I don't know. I don't know if I buy those excuses, you know. But he's, you know, I get where he's at. But unfortunately, you know, the industry doesn't care about street politics. The industry doesn't care about all that sort of shit. The industry just sees one person in Ghana moving forward, making great music, connecting with the right people, doing the right initiatives, running 5Ks, 10Ks, working out. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I can definitely see how Young Thug also can look at Gunna's like weight loss and transformation and see that as like a spit in the face, you know? Like you're shedding yourself of the old image that you once had with those guys. They're not good enough for you. Covering up the YSL tattoo. Loads of little things like that can be seen as a bit of a violation. Especially because he's the snitch, you know? It's like, why are you acting like this when you're the one? But anyway, really good interview. I enjoyed it. The host as well. I think it was good he did an interview with this guy, the Big Facts guy, because I think they're well respected in Atlanta. They're obviously OGs too. I think he's done an interview with them before as well, but I think it's for the best that his post interview thing was with somebody he trusts and was comfortable enough around. That was really important. I saw a couple of cuts, edits here and there, nothing too crazy, but for the most part, you know, there were some crazy things said there, some insinuations, innuendos that might get him hammed up, but overall, really good interview. I enjoyed it. I think he spoke his piece well. Whether or not you agree with it is up to you. I think he gave his reasons for why he's pissed off and angry. It just depends whether the industry or public at large cares. I don't think they do though. I think they just want good music. But it's also understandable why he says he doesn't want to make music now. All of his friends, because essentially what he's basically trying to say is that the good music you heard from him was because he was surrounded by people that he loved. And it was kind of rubbing off, you know what I mean? That vibes and stuff was rubbing off and getting into the music and whatever. Now he doesn't have those people around him anymore. It's hard to tap into that person and make that music, which makes sense because you hear Young Thug's music now and it sounds very flat, very uninspired. It makes sense. He's clearly somebody that loves being around people. Growing up with 11 siblings does that to you. You're not going to be somebody that enjoys solitude and being on your own a lot. You'll want people to always be around you. Big up John Vanderbosch. Big up John VDB. Big up John VDB. I appreciate you. So yeah, I feel him, man. I feel him. I understand where he's coming from. But unfortunately, he has to move on. He has to move on or crash. Those are two options. Crash out and even the scoreboard, or soothe your hatred and do whatever needs to be done, or just, you know, relax, man. Relax. Either way, good interview. I enjoyed it.